Well, hello there guys, welcome back. Here's a quick video on how to achieve this beautiful look that I did on my aunt for her birthday. It's white marble. First off, I'm gonna start with pushing back her cuticles. In a little bit, I'm gonna show you how and what I'm pushing. Normally, a lot of times, the natural nail has like buildup of your skin, so that's what I'm basically scraping, not so harsh, away from her nails. You can see all those little white spots. It's skin. It's dead skin, of course. And then, so that helps before I even file. So once I file, it's actually removing it even better. And this is always going to be a sanding fine, extra fine band. The reason why it's fine is because if I do any coarse, it's going to just eliminate a lot of, it's just going to open up her pores and her nail bed so much, and it's not necessary. It's going to scratch up her nail way too much. Now I'm just shaping the nail. I do shape the side walls like a little bit more narrow because I'm going to be doing coffin shape a little bit more into that coffin shape, and it helps when it comes to filing. She didn't have that much of a wide nail, but when it does come to that point, you do need to file that. This is how I put my nail forms on. I use a sticky layer and just apply it the way I did right now, and then just hold it, fold it from the bottom, whatever way you already are used to or what you prefer and works for you. Some people, they clip it on the top or just leave it like that like I do. Sometimes it doesn't want to do it. Or you can also do it in a little bit. I'll show you how the other way. Just, however you guys are used to doing it, just make sure there's no gap in between the natural nail and the form, because acrylic does tend to go underneath it, and it's normally not. That shouldn't be that. You can see I'm showing you guys a close-up of no gap in between and how it looks from the side. Her nails are shaped in a sense where they're pretty easy to go in there, and you can also do it like I did right there with the sticky side sticking to the sticker. Works both ways for me. Now I'm dehydrating her natural nail with Bond-Aid, and also applying Protein Bond, which is the primer, to her nails twice. You can do, I do both hands, prep both hands, but you can also just do once and then do the other one. It depends. Some people like to wait only because, depending how long you take on your first hand, which I'm always working on my left hand first, from left to right. So it just depends on your preference. And as you can see, I grabbed a pretty big bead and I'm just dragging it with the belly of my brush. Since it's pretty dry, I'm just kind of shaping it already, and then I just build myself more as I go, shaping it and then adding more strength to the nail. Then of course you always want to make sure that everything is even. That's why I always use my belly of the brush, which is the middle, the length of it, and then just work my way around the nail bed. The brush I do use is Young Nails Artist Sculptor size 9 oval, and right here I'm using the Cover Peach by Young Nails. And this one, normally I would put a clear coat underneath it, but it's the same thing. You could do whichever. I forgot, but I would have. And I'm just the same way, applying the bead as I always do. Grab my liquid and then grab my, drag my brush towards me. And the liquid is on that side of the brush. Maybe later on I'll do a video on how to get the mixed ratio and all that stuff with the liquid and powder, and also frequently asked questions. So if you guys have any questions on how or what I do, or anything, any kind of questions, go ahead and comment below. That way I can go ahead and do a video on that. Now this one I'm gonna do glitter. So what I do is just build a very thin nail, very thin, like just almost nothing, only because we're gonna be applying glitter and I just wanted to shape it. You can always do the glitter on the form and stuff, but I prefer the other way, just so I can have a nice shape. So I just created a very almost a tip, and then just added it on the whole nail, which is very thin, of course. So it also depends on the person's nail bed. Sometimes their nail bed is too long. For example, my aunt's, she has a long nail bed, and I kind of have to grab more product if I want to drag the nail bead, the acrylic bead I get from her cuticle to the free edge. So it just depends. If you have a bigger brush, it might work. My brush is not that big to do that, so I kind of keep adding and putting more and stuff like that, as you can see. Some people have small nail beds, which isn't bad, you know. You just have to work differently. It always works. You just gotta find a way to do it. Now I make sure I tap it with the brush, you know, and just make sure it's dry. When I have nails on, I do tap it with my nails, and then I just file this one only because I will be applying. I'm not done with that one. The rest are done except this one. Just shaping it, that way I can create my shape, and then I'm gonna it's basically a base. Then I'm just gonna add this custom made glitter. It is so pretty, and I'm just gonna fade it down towards the cuticle area. So you can see, so cute and shiny. Now I am encapsulating this with clear acrylic, and it's always going to be a little thicker than normal. Not thicker, but you know, not normal strength and size for this one. If you see the glitters on the bottom, no need to worry. I'm going to be filing that anyway, so I didn't worry about that. There was glitter on my brush. That's why I recommend to use 2 different kind of brushes when it comes to this. I forgot, so that's what happened. Now I'm grabbing my 180 grit file and shaping my nails. When it comes to forms, they're already basically shaped, but obviously they're always not going to be perfectly shaped, so I always go with my file and shape them up a little bit more. And excuse my nails, guys, I am so sorry. I just yanked them off the other day, so my nails and my hands are pretty ugly right now. Excuse them. I know we all have those days. Now I'm grabbing my electric file, which is the Mani Pro Original by Coupa Ink, and the medium grit carbide bit file. The reason why I use a medium is because it's not too coarse and it's not too fine, and it's just perfect. I don't really need much filing when it comes to this, so I don't need an extra coarse carbide bit. Then, you know, I always rub against the nail just to see. There's dust everywhere. I know I need to get myself a Valentino. Okay, that's normally what I do. I always kind of rub it against it so I can feel the smoothness, as you can see. Now I'm just filing off and smoothing out with my hand file. Finishing touches basically, and then I smoothed out with my buffer the index and the ring finger on the surface, and then on the bottom of all the nails. I'm using Kiera Sky Pure White for my, basically the color, and this is the first coat. Cleaning around the cuticle area. Oops, I got it all over her skin, but no need to worry. I always clean it up. I make sure it's always clean. Reason I'm doing a white base is because we're gonna do marble. This is how I do my marble. We could always do it with acrylic powder, but I decided to use gel. So I am applying the second coat of white. I am not going to cure this one until I apply the black of the marble. Basically when I do the marble. And I'm doing it a little bit more. I'm applying a little bit more of a wet second coat. Not too runny, only because I want it to have some kind of, you know, so I can play around with. And I just applied some black gel polish, and with the striping brush just kind of streak it on there. I should have used a gray one only because that's what the color I was going for, so it won't be too harsh, but black would work. I just kind of had to mess around with it and just, you know, mess whatever marble you kind of desire. This one I did half and half because I'm going to be applying striping tape in between those, so don't cure it yet. Then I did the same to the middle finger, just all over the place, and then, you know, your desired look. There's many ways to do marble. This is just my way of doing it. Then I'm going to cure that, and this one is just going to be in the middle, like a little line in the middle of it. It's kind of stripes, almost just random, you know. And if you need more white, more black, you know, just keep adding in between until you get your desired look. Now I'm applying the striping tape. This design is just so pretty. It was actually inspired by someone on Instagram. I will make sure to mention their name. And it's so pretty. I basically kind of recreated it in my own style and just added here and there somewhat different touches. This striping tape makes everything look so pretty. I will link everything on the description below on where I purchased this stuff. For this one, the striping tape, I apply me a secret gel resin. That way it can actually adhere much better than just by itself and then the gel. Sometimes it does tend to get up and it sucks, but I feel like when it has crystals, it adheres so much better. Then I'm applying a size 12 and size 8 crystals on there with my crayon. Yes, I used a crayon. A lot of people question that, but it's a crayon. I feel like it adheres my crystals and it grabs onto them pretty well. Then this gel resin from Mia Secret is thebomb.com. I love it. The crystals will last you forever. I don't know how, but it's just amazing. And these are size 8. These are Swarovski crystals. I just love the shine. Then I'm applying them like in a V, you would call it. Then I'm applying this beautiful little triangle gold stud. I'm not sure where I got it from, but I will link it on the description below. And it's just so pretty. It just gives it a different touch. It almost looks like a necklace. And I also applied 2 little micro beads on the side. You can't really tell, but it's like a yes you could and yes you can't kind of thing. So pretty. This is the result, guys, of the design. All I'm gonna do is apply the gel top coat, which in this case, when I do acrylic like just powder, I apply the Glaze Go from NSI. And then on my gel polishes, I apply a thicker gel top coat because since it's gel, you know, of course it needs a thicker one, which is a Kiera the Kiera Sky gel top coat that I always use. And then I kind of outline and go over that stud just so it can be adhere so much better. The crystals, I outline it without touching the surface of it. If anything, you can do it with like a little striping brush. Both gel polishes dry in 2 minutes in the UV, so it'll be a minute in the LED. So pretty. And this is the final result, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial on this beautiful design. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and comment below. And if you guys like to see more, keep on watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.